What's good, Boulder, Colorado? We got a great one for you today. Phillip Dukes from On 3 is pulling back up with us again. We're going to talk about this coming season, the offensive side of the ball. He's going to give you all some perspective and some insight. Stick around. He had a chance to talk to Coach Flea, who gave him some thoughts around the running back room. So you don't want to miss that. So we're going to chop it up with him. So grab a snack, grab your favorite bowl of Cheerios or Lucky Charms. Sit back, relax. We're going to talk some Colorado, Buffalo football, and Coach Prime with our boy, Phillip Dukes. Let's jump right into it. We got Phillip Dukes here from On 3, 5-Star Flex Show, man. Appreciate you pulling up. So when it comes to Colorado and the new look this coming season, we've seen a revamped offensive line. The defense linebacker room is very experienced, but the defensive line's got some new faces. The secondary is pretty experienced, even though it's got some new faces or whatnot. Let's talk offense first. When you see the way that Prime has put this together with the portal, adding basically a whole new offensive line and hiring Phil Loadholt to basically architect and put that together, how do you feel that this offense is going to run? And do you think that, based upon your joke, that Colorado State won't be sacking Shedeur Sanders right now as we're talking?
Yeah, I think when you have offensive line like that, you're able to run the ball, pound the ball between the tackles. So now you actually get a look on play action. Nobody had to respect play action last year because you could stop the run with 6. You didn't need to put an extra man in the box. So Shedeur was basically facing dimes and nickel and true dime packages and true nickel packages. You didn't have to bring that 8th guy in the box last year. Well, and sometimes you can stop him with 6, which allows basically you just say, hey, look, just throw a bunch of people out there in the zone, and Shadeur's going to have to figure it out. And they were getting pressure with 4 last year, which is really difficult to beat. I don't care who you are. So by being able to make guys have to bring pressure in order to stop the run and the pass, I think all it does is set up your play action game, and it's going to keep the defense on their toes and off balance. So, yeah, I think and that all starts with the offensive line. When you can protect the quarterback to where they know if Shedeur gets time, he's going to pick you apart. You got to send pressure. And last year, nobody had to really send pressure in order to get to the quarterback. They were really sending 4-man pressures and getting there, and pretty frequently. And yeah, it took a toll on Shedeur. So by being able to have him protected, and most importantly, being able to run the ball between the tackles consistently. When you think about Dallin Hayden and also Michael Welch, who I think is going to have a breakout year. Really tough back, strong back, kid from Georgia. Been seeing him for a while, man. He's a dog, and he's a Colorado Buffalo program type player. So for him to get that shine and be a guy who waited his time, worked hard, and fought through some adversity, I think it's going to do wonders. But I think it all starts with the offensive line.
That makes sense. So you say you talked to Coach Flea, and he kind of gave you an insight on what Prime was talking about as far as recruiting and getting players. How does he feel about this running back room? You know, we talked about them a little bit here on the show, a couple weeks about earlier this week when we kind of breaking down the rooms. There's a lot of options, right? You got the running back from Ohio State, Deion Hayden, and you bring in Isaiah Augusta from Arkansas, right? And he said Welch, and then Brandon Hood, who was a walk-on at Georgia and decided to come over here to Colorado. How does he feel about this running back room, and will we see more success this coming season?
Yeah, he's definitely gonna see more success, and he feels like it's Christmas time. He can go pick from whatever type of back you want. You got a speed back, you got a guy who can catch the ball, you got a taller back, you got a short, compact, built like what was the guy we used to call the muscle hamster? What was his name?
He played for Boise State and went to Tampa Bay. God, yes. I know you're talking about.
Doug
yes.
Something. Was it Doug something?
Yeah. Yes.
Man, we're going to find his name. But, yeah, when you got a guy, Michael Welch reminds me a lot of him. Just really compact.
Yep. Doug Martin, muscle hamster. I remember him, man. He was one of my – Yeah. Wow. Okay. So when you say Colorado's got something like that.
Yeah. They basically have a Swiss Army knife, and they can pull out whatever type of back is needed. And now Brandon Hood is such a tough running back, man. He had such a tough break. That gruesome knee injury that he had his junior year. Mm-hmm. He was a guy, he had LSU, UGA. He had all of the top schools on him. and he still walked on at Georgia. And he was going to be there with Coach Dale McGee before he got the job at Georgia State with their connections to the Columbus, Georgia area. But yeah, Hood is a guy like, I mean, shoot, man. I'm telling you, like, he's the type of guy, man, you can put him at kick return, he's going to get up out of there. Like, he's really strong and really fast. We talk about Hayden, who really does a good job catching the ball out of the backfield. And then I think all of these guys, one skill that I think that Hayden and Welch are really going to excel at is pass blocking. I think pass protection is something that is underrated when we talk about running backs, and it's something that Coach Flea harps on, and he feels really confident in the pass protection that you'll be able to get in the backfield from these guys, and it just allows you to do so much more in the passing game when you have a guy who you don't know if he's in the backfield. Is he running a route, or is he a guy who's going to actually be able to step in there and allow the tight end to release to help you get some protection? So, yeah, I think it's an exciting time for Coach Flea and the Colorado Buffalo fans as a whole when you talk about the running back room.
So you mentioned about Hayden, right, as a blocker, him and Welch. And it's kind of interesting you talk about that because I saw an article not too long ago where Hayden was talking about he's the complete back. He can do everything. And honestly, I feel like he's probably one of the better options there for Colorado in the backfield, mainly because, and this is no shade to Charlie Offerdahl, I think he's going to be a good utility piece because he's been there for a while. But Hayden played at Ohio State with C.J. Stroud, and he praised Shedeur and said they have similarities or whatnot. Talk to us about Hayden and what you think he's going to bring to the table, even outside of the pass blocking component.
Yeah, I think he is a complete back, man. He can bust it up the middle. He can get wide. Has good hands, pass protection, smart. He can run too. He's not necessarily a daylight running back. Sometimes you got guys who can only run the daylight. He's a guy who can be patient and wait on his time and then run. Has great size, about 5'10". I probably think I would guess he's closer to 210 right now than he is 205. And he's coming from basically a pro offense in Ohio State. So he understands what it means to win. He understands championship football. He understands football at the highest level with the best players around. So for him to be able to bring that experience, I think that not only does it provide on-field talent, but it also provides leadership for somebody who knows how to do it the right way, who hasn't had his name in any headlines except for when he transferred. And I think those are the type of guys, when you're able to stack guys like that on top of each other, that's what constitutes a championship ball team and a team that has aspirations for making the playoffs this year.
And so we appreciate you coming to join us. This is Phillip Dukes over there at On 3. He's got the 5-star flex. Had the first official show this week, and you're going to be doing – is that going to be a weekly show? How is that going to be ran?
I'm just doing them, man. Like, I did one. I got another one dropping today. Like, so when they gave me the green, like, it was like, Dukes, we want 30 minutes from here on out. Like, well, don't scare me with a good time. I'm ready. Been ready. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to the game. Welcome over there on 3. I know you started at the beginning of the year, man, but we appreciate you pulling up here on Primetime College Football.
No, for sure, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it so much, big dog.